morning class. Today we will be learning capture the flag, but before we can get into that, we're gonna have to do a warm-up. So without further ado, let's introduce this warm-up. Activity number 1, quarter-mile jog. Activity number 2 will be a dynamic warm-up set. The first thing that we will do in this set is high knee holds. And high knee holds go like this. Pull the knee to the chest, like so. Then, try to do these over 25 meters. I didn't mention that, but do these sets over 25 meters. I'm just gonna do it 3 meters to demonstrate. The next one will be high knees. After high knees, we'll do butt kicker holds. Try to get that heel to the butt. And after butt kicker holds, we will do butt kickers. After butt kickers, the next thing is called A-skips. A-skips is a skip and a stomp. And after A-skips is B-skips. Instead of a skip and a stomp, we're gonna do a skip and a kick out, like so. After A-skips, have your students do karaokes to each side. A karaoke is a step out in front, step back, step out in front, and then knee over, like so. And then have students do both sides. And then the last activity in this dynamic warm-up will be gallops. A side shuffle and arms out. And then both ways. Again, as I mentioned, all of these are done over 25 meters, but after this is done, your dynamic warm-up is done and you can head into the quiz. All right, now we are done with the warm-up, students, but before we can move on to the game that this lesson plan has, we're gonna need to warm up our minds. And that is going to happen through a little series of quiz. But trash can number 1, 2, and 3, I must inform you that if you answer a question correctly, you will get a stick. So yeah, be on your best behavior. So question number 1, if you get it right, you get a stick. What happens when your flag is pulled in enemy territory? Trash can number 3. What was that? What was that? That's correct. If your flag is pulled in enemy territory, then you must go to prison. Congratulations. Here you go. Okay. Next question. What is considered enemy territory? Nobody? Nobody? Oh, okay. Trash can number 2. What was that? That's correct. Enemy territory is anything past half court, excluding prison and the safe zone where the flag is. Congratulations, you get a stick as well, sir. All right, next question. On each team in a game of capture the flag, there are 2 units. What are those units? Trash can number 1? That's correct. The 2 units are offense and defense. That's pretty easy. All right, just 2 more questions, 2 more sticks that can be earned. So, what is the job of the defense? Nobody knows? That's okay. No one gets a stick this turn. The job of the defense is simply to pull the flags of the offense whenever they cross half-court line and to protect the flag. Because the offense is trying to, what is the offense trying to do? Last question. Trash can number 2? No, that's not the correct answer. You're a worthless piece of trash. Oh my gosh, I can't believe these kids. No, the job of the offense is actually to capture the flag and bring it back. It's like the entire point of the game. I'm so sorry that you guys had to witness that. But anyways, that is all we need to do to warm up our minds. Now we know the rules. Let's get into the game. All right, class. Our mind and our body is warmed up. That means it's time to get into the game. So, This game is serious. As you can see, we are now on the court that we are going to be playing capture the flag on. This is the halfway line, and that's side 1 and side 2. Now, I'm going to be splitting this class of 30 students into 2 sides of 15. And within these 2 sides of 15, 7 people must self-assign themselves to defense, and 8 people must self-assign themselves to offense. Now, during this activity, we're going to be taking turns playing leader. So someone on each unit, there's going to be 4 units, right? 2 units per team. Someone on each unit, I am going to assign to for 2 minutes to be team leader. And that means that you are giving directions to your students. So if you're on defense and someone's attacking the flag in the middle, you're going to tell your kids, rush middle, right? And they're going to go after their flag. If you're on offense and you notice that the defense is on the right, you're going to say, rush left, and you're going to try to get around them and create diversions, distractions. You're going to spend time, 2 minutes. Each person is going to be team leader, and you are expected to give your team directions. Same thing will happen on offense and defense. And after the 2 minutes are up, I will say the next 4 people that are team leaders for each unit. Now, without further ado, let's demonstrate how to play this game. All right, as mentioned, we're demonstrating the game. So, as we talked about in our quiz, there are a few rules that you need to know. The first rule is that if you cross into enemy territory, you are eligible to have your flag pulled. That is the half court. So if you're on team 2, if you cross into team 1's half of the court, you're eligible to have their flag pulled, unless you make it to the box in which the flag is. Also, if you have your flag pulled, that means you go to a prison. There's an assigned box on the side of the court where prison will be, and I'll tell you to go there if your flag is pulled. Every once in a while, I'll call prison break. I won't have you sitting in prison for too long, but if you go to prison, you'll probably be in there for about 2 minutes. The goal is to get the flag and bring it back to your side of the court, and that is a point. The first to 7 wins. Now, let's play. Both sides ready, and go! The flag is mine! Ah! Let's go! I guess the flag wasn't yours. Well, fortunately the game is over and we must now cool down. So, without further ado, let's hop into that. The first part of the cool down is just going to be 1 lap around the field, nice and easy, real slow, like this. Alright, now that we're done with our cool down jog, there's one last thing to do, and that is just some static stretching. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of this with you. So, the first stretch that we're going to do is legs apart and reach down the middle, and we're going to do this for about 30 seconds. And as you reach down the middle, just focus on breathing, relaxing the muscles. This is going to be essential for a good stretch and a good recovery. This is helping stretch out the hamstrings, which is important for running, and we did a lot of that today. And next we're going to go to the right for another 30 seconds. And the reason we're going to the right is because this is going to stretch out our inner groin right here. Because this game required a lot of lateral movement in order to fake out opponents, we're going to want to stretch these areas. And when you're done with the right, we're going to go to the left, stretch out the other side of the groin. The next stretch we're going to do is a quad stretch. This is going to stretch out this muscle right here, the quadriceps. And this is important. This is what allows your leg to propel itself forwards. And so when you start to sprint, you're using a lot of your quadriceps. So we're going to stretch out both sides. And once we're done stretching out the right, we're going to go to the left. And just keep on stretching out now the left side. Make sure that those muscles are getting a good stretch. The next stretch we're going to do is calf stretches. Now, because I don't have a wall to press up against, I'm actually going to put 2 hands on the ground and then put 1 foot on top of the other. And this is going to give you a great stretch right here in the calf muscles. The calves take a lot of impact when your body hits the ground, and it helps pull the Achilles tendon forward, which gives you lift off when you press your foot on the ground. So we did a lot of that today, and so it's important to stretch this. And once we're done with the right, we're going to go to the left. And something interesting you may not know about stretching: when you stretch, you're holding the muscle in a position in which very small fibers of muscle are going to get small tears. And you may think, well, why would we ever tear our muscles? And if you don't ever tear your muscles a little bit, first of all, they'll never be able to grow. And second of all, it can make it difficult for lactic acid and other stuff to get out of your muscles. So that's why we stretch, to slightly tear the muscles. Now, last, we are going to do a butterfly stretch. So you sit on your butt, put your 2 feet together, and try to push your knees to the ground as much as possible. And this is also stretching our inner groin, just getting both sides at the same time. Really good stretch for all that lateral movement we did today. And that concludes our cool down. We are now ready to finish the class. I hope you enjoyed learning this and watching this video. That is all.